Up next on UMass Sports Insider, with the league schedule underway for men's basketball, we'll preview the new look yet still challenging Atlantic 10. And we'll introduce you to a forward who's been constantly featured in highlight reels across the country. The athletic hoop senior who has raised his game this season and his team's success along with it. Plus, we're hitting the water with a UMass All-American, one of the best in the nation in her sport, even though she had never tried it before heading to college. Diving head first into greatness, UMass Sports Insider, it is on.
You're watching UMass Sports Insider, brought to you by Alden Credit Union, Mafre Commerce Insurance, and Coca-Cola.
Conference play in hoops has begun and expectations have been raised for a UMass team that lost only once in the non-league schedule. Many experts feel that the Minutemen will be the team to beat in the Atlantic 10 race, and now Coach Kellogg's squad is out to prove them right. Welcome into UMass Sports Insider. I'm Josh Maurer. Coming up, we've got lots of men's hoops, including a coach's breakdown of Chaz Williams, the assist machine. We start with the beginning of conference play, where the Minutemen have high hopes at making an A-10 title run at a very new-looking league this season. Here's more. After placing a league record 5 teams in the NCAA tournament last season, men's basketball in the Atlantic 10 garnered some of its best national recognition in conference history.
The perception's great. I think last year and how we did as a conference with the high RPI teams and how many teams did well in the NCAA tournament has led a lot of credibility to a conference that is now getting a lot more media exposure.
I think the country is learning how good the A-10 is, and it's one of the very few leagues that's just a basketball league.
Despite the recent success, the conference was hit hard by the realignment craze, losing longtime flag bearers Temple and Xavier, in addition to Charlotte and Butler last summer. The league responded by adding George Mason for this season and Davidson College starting next year.
Bernadette and the Atlantic 10 have done a great job in adding teams. You know, the losses that we've sustained are significant, but we've continued to add really good basketball programs.
As for the top of the conference, in the preseason poll, the 2 favorites, VCU and St. Louis, each reached the NCAA tournament's 3rd round last season.
I think you have the old stalwarts of VCU and St. Louis, 2 teams that have been on the national scene now for a while that have really proven themselves and have won some big time out of conference games.
We certainly have a great group coming back. We have some good new guys, but we still have to go out and make it happen.
We got 5 seniors back, so that's exciting because they've invested a lot. And they know that you have to be very good and you have to be very fortunate at the same time.
The cliche that any team can win on any night may very well apply to the A-10 this season, with coaches and administrators seeing little separation from the top to the bottom of the conference.
The most exciting thing about it is we're deep. And I think anytime you're deep, I think the coaches would be the first to tell you that you can't take a night off in conference play once you get to January in this league.
You also have LaSalle, who was in the Sweet 16 last year, was picked 3rd in our conference. And then Dayton and George Washington are 2 teams that have burst onto the national scene very quickly. And to go along with them, I think you have a lot of teams that are capable.
I really think that there's 8, 9, 10 teams that have a phenomenal chance to challenge to be at or near the top of the league.
Kellogg says that despite his team's early season success, he feels in the eyes of the public, the race for the title still runs through the preseason favorites.
They're still saying that VCU and St. Louis are the favorites in our conference. I mean, from Rothstein to Goodman to some guys like that, I still think they feel that the title goes to Richmond or even St. Louis. And so we still have to prove ourselves, and I think we still have a chip on our shoulder to prove things differently.
This season, the Minutemen will try to earn their first Atlantic 10 regular season or tournament title under head coach Derek Kellogg. One of the reasons for the team's stellar start to the year has been the high-flying contributions from a 5th-year senior. This Northern Virginia native has continued to fill up highlight reels with his acrobatic play around the rim, certainly erasing a junior year slump. With more, here's Joe Duty in the bunker with Raphiael Putney.
Raphiel Putney admits that his game took a step back last season. And after the Minutemen's early exit from the NIT last March, the now redshirt senior realized his time in a UMass uniform was running out.
Over the last season, I wasn't very happy with how we ended off the season. My performance kind of fell back. So at the end of the day, I just told Coach, man, I'm here, and whatever he needs me to do, man, I just need to do for my team. So, and I have to be a senior leader. There's only 3 seniors left for us. So, and being a senior, I came fast, man. I have to be prepared and I have to be ready at all times. So that's what I got to do.
That meeting with Derek Kellogg hit home, and this season, Putney's production is back where it was when he first worked his way into the starting lineup 2 years ago as a sophomore and averaged over 10 points a game.
I think Put has done a great job of really focusing on the little things that help you win championships instead of what everybody else wants to see, which is a dunk, a three-pointer, and really playing for yourself. He's really come a long way to being a great teammate.
I feel like I definitely grown up. I'm mature enough into a way of being able to be coachable. When I first came in, I was very hard-headed at first, not knowing what DK had a plan for me because I got redshirted, but at the end of the day, that paid off, and I waited my time. Patience is a virtue, so I just waited my time here, and I just felt like if I listen to these dudes show me what I need to improve on during the season or off of the court in the gym at times, I'm able to do things for my team, and it's showing off.
With half a season still to go, the 6'9" forward with the 7'3" wingspan still has time to add to his highlight reel.
Morgan up to Williams, between the legs, Putney slam dunk! Wow!
Plays like this have made him a regular on SportsCenter's top 10 during his tenure in Amherst.
Honestly, I thought my first St. George was the best one I had, but then I got the Youngstown State, and then I got the half court. Out of all of them, I think my best dunk was the one from the free throw line when we played on ESPN against LSU. That's actually, I haven't done that in a while, dunk a tip ball for a free throw miss. Actually, really gonna like that dunk because I worked really hard to get that to play. Like, I really did a football move, swim over top, and I just, got it, and I just jumped higher than him, and I just dunked it. So that's probably one of the best dunks I think was best for me.
When his career is finally over and that highlight tape comes back 2 or 3 years down the line, I think we're all going to appreciate what we're seeing on a day-to-day basis, both in practice and even more so in the real games. That I think he's come up with some plays that have really changed the complexion of different games.
And while the high-flying slams have garnered Putney national attention, his head coach believes his defensive prowess will be what gets him a look at the next level.
While he thinks it might be the offensive end of the floor, they're looking at him defensively. They want to know his attitude. Can he put on some weight someday? So all those things that he has going for him, now it's just let's put it all together and get to a certain point.
For UMass Sports Insider, I'm Joe Duty.
The always electrifying Putney has been included in a SportsCenter top 10 play 4 times over the course of his career, including twice this season. Hey, it's time for us to step away for just a few moments, but don't go far. On the other side, we'll look back at opening night in the A-10 for the Hoops team and show you, at least from a coach's perspective, how the Minutemen's point guard has put himself near the top of the assist charts nationally this season. I smell a chalk talk. Don't go away.
Yeah, we're just waiting on the appraisal to come in. Just give me a minute, man. Yeah, we'll get that back in a week or so. Have a great day.
Alden Credit Union is the official credit union of UMass Athletics. Alden Credit Union. Banking, no boundaries.
How's the orange juice, Adam?
Refreshing. It's Minuteman made.
Alden Credit Union is the official credit union of UMass Athletics. Alden Credit Union. Banking, no boundaries.
What's that great old saying about strangers? They're just friends you haven't met yet. Among life's millions of moments, some of the very best are made by Mohegan Sun. When it's your time to shine, come see us.
Book your wedding with award-winning UMass Catering. We can host, design, and plan your big event from full breakfast lunches to elegant wedding receptions and dinners. UMass Catering can host events in one of our ballrooms that overlook campus, tented outdoors, or our own Renaissance house. The possibilities are endless. Let the culinary team at UMass Catering bring creative menus and exceptional service to your wedding day. Special rates for members of the UMass family and alumni.
Hi, I'm Steve DeMarco. Wherever your destination, Premier is your solution.
Our reputation as an industry leader is built on service, safety, and the guaranteed best price. At Premier, safety stands above all else. Our fleet is serviced on-site by our certified technicians. Premier will customize your travel needs all within your budget, and we can even accommodate your travel requirements worldwide. Premier Corporate has your business needs covered. Rest assured, your team and clients will arrive safely, comfortably, and always on time.
Premier, an extraordinary experience, guaranteed.
You're watching UMass Sports Insider.
Welcome back. It's time for our UMass Amherst Alumni Association Spotlight. You're looking at Jonathan Quick playing goalie while he was a Minuteman. Quick recently was named to the United States Olympic hockey team and will represent the Stars and Stripes between the pipes next month in Russia. Since leaving Amherst, he's become one of the top netminders in the world. Let's peek back at his days at UMass.
Here's another shot. Oh, save is made by Quick. It's still loose. His prep school team, Avon Oak Farms, the 2 consecutive prep school champion, but dropped it down low. Man, right at front shot, save, and then covered by Quick.
Jonathan Quick and the Americans will look to make a run at the gold medal with preliminary round play in Sochi beginning on February the 8th. Time to go back to men's hoops. We already told you earlier in the show that the Atlantic 10 race looks to be shaping up as an exciting one. Well, the Minutemen played their opening act earlier this month against the talented St. Joe's team here at the Mullins Center. Time for the highlights in a Mohegan Sun instant replay.
Good look at it. Good look at it too. Chaz does take the three at the top, and he knocks it in. 59-56. A minute 10 left. St. Joe's has it back with a 1-point lead. And Edjo a steal and a dunk on a breakaway. Maxey picked the pocket. He took it away from Bembry. Timeout, St. Joe's. 10 seconds left. Kanasevic back to now. A three-pointer. Banks it and missed. Rebound, Trey Davis for UMass, and he's fouled with 2.5 seconds remaining.
Well, he's made national headlines this year as being among the best in the country at both scoring and distributing. Chaz Williams has really had a knack for getting all of his teammates involved in the action. And to see how he's been able to do it from his head coach's point of view, let's send it over to Derek Kellogg in the film room. It's time for some Coke Chalk Talk.
Here we are once again with my good friend, the Brain. Today we're going to talk and meet with Chaz Williams and watch his highlight assist reel. Being a former point guard myself, I can really appreciate the way that Chaz gets his teammates involved. And you'll see here against Florida State, Chaz doing a nice job of eyeing the defense up, throwing an over-the-top pass to my man Raphiel Putney for a big finish. And you'll see many times Chaz on the fast break really likes to get his players involved, whether it's Derek Gordon here on the break, lob passes to Maxey, lob passes to Putney, or just nice drives where he sucks in the defense and kicks it off to his teammates. In all these highlights, you'll see Chaz doing a great job of getting two guys to play him on the defensive end of the floor, where two players are really keying in on him on ball screens and also in transition. And you know, like we just saw there, when he's driving, we're throwing the lobs or we're kicking it out for open threes. Many times Chaz does a great job of getting into the paint, getting the defense to suck in, and kicking it out for wide open threes. Samson Carter knocking one down here, and here's where he's the best, in transition, dropping it off to big Caddy Lane for an easy free one. A basket that we needed. Here we are one more time running the floor. Samson Carter ahead of the pack for an easy finish. Chaz does a great job of scoring the ball for us, making plays at the end of the game, but I think what he's best at is getting his teammates involved, and you saw here in a lot of different ways.
Entering the start of conference play, Chaz was averaging 8 assists per contest. That's the second most of any player in the nation. Well, it's time for us to go away for just a couple of moments. When we come back, we're going to hit the pool and introduce you to one of the most successful athletes on campus, one of the best divers in America, who hails right here from the Bay State. You'll meet her on the other side.
A forward-thinking insurance company with a global network, providing friendly service with over 2,000 professionals taking care of you and your family. Mafre Commerce Insurance. The first name in insurance for more than 1 million customers, focused on taking care of you and your family. providing freedom from worry everywhere you go. Mafre Commerce Insurance.
Hotel UMass was voted the best hotel in Amherst. Situated on the beautiful University of Massachusetts campus, Hotel UMass is where you stay to be in the heart of it all. With 116 contemporary guest rooms, free wireless internet, room service, 36 meeting rooms, free parking, and in walking distance to downtown Amherst, Hotel UMass has it all.
The gang always plays 00 just once. And sometimes, absolutely nothing becomes absolutely everything. Among life's millions of moments, some of the very best are made by Mohegan Sun. When it's your time to shine, come see us.
At Alden Credit Union, our home loans leave room in your budget for some fun. You can get the kitchen you want, have space for a new friend, and still afford a night out with old friends. At this rate, you can have it all. 2.49% APR on all home loans. At this rate, you can get that new car. Low rates on auto loans. Alden Credit Union. Banking, no boundaries.
What's that great old saying about strangers? They're just friends you haven't met yet. Among life's millions of moments, some of the very best are made by Mohegan Sun. When it's your time to shine, come see us.
You're watching UMass Sports Insider.
Welcome back. We're inside Rogers Pool at Boyden Gymnasium, which is the home of the UMass swimming and diving teams, and also where one of the best divers in the nation practices every day. She's a Massachusetts native who had not even discovered the sport until she came to college. With the incredible story, here's Cody Crushell.
Michaela Butler had never dove before she came to UMass.
I held my nose the first time I went in the water. I've never dove before, not even off the side of the pool, so Mandy had me jump in the water and I plugged my nose, and that was the beginning of it.
Less than 4 years after taking up the sport for the first time, Butler was competing for an NCAA diving national championship. Last March, she finished 4th in the 1 meter and 14th in the 3 meter in Indianapolis, becoming the first swimming and diving All-American in both UMass and Atlantic 10 history.
That was the most unpredictable thing that's ever happened, basically. No one could have called the 4th place finish. Just getting to that meet was my goal all year long. So I went in with no expectations, just trying to have some fun, just happy to be there among the country's best divers.
The Cape Cod native initially came to UMass as a track recruit, but it was her background in another sport that helped lead her to the pool.
I was a gymnast since I was about 8 years old, a high-level, level 10 gymnast, and I stopped gymnastics because of a lot of injuries, and it was pretty upsetting. Flipping is what I do. So I started running just to do a sport, came to UMass and didn't want to run anymore. So emailed Mandy and asked her if I could try out, told her about my gymnastics background, and that's where it started.
She was a very accomplished gymnast, and the quickness that she has really helped her as far as diving goes. I mean, there's so many things that are very different, because diving is slow on the board, the timing on the board is very slow, and then once you leave the board, then you can use that athletic ability that you get from gymnastics.
It helps and it hurts. Gymnastics is a really quick rebounding sport, really fast like springboard, and the board in diving is really slow. So when I started, I kind of just pounced on it, and it doesn't really work well like that, but the flipping aspect definitely helps.
One of the nice things about Mandy is that she has taken several athletes over the years with very limited or no diving ability and being able to turn them into good divers. She can take a good athlete and make them a great diver through her program, through the conditioning, through her skills, and she preaches basics and teaches them how to do it correctly. So it's almost better that way, where she gets an athlete that doesn't have any idea what they're doing, and she teaches them right from the beginning how to do it correctly.
I had no habits coming into the sport, had no idea what I was doing, so just listening to her, I mean, she's one of the best coaches in the country. So having nothing, a clean slate coming in and having her be my first coach was the best thing that could have happened, really.
Butler plans to continue diving after college. Before that, though, she's looking for an encore performance on college diving's biggest stage.
The goal of this year, again, is to qualify for NCAAs. I'm trying to go, hopefully if I qualify, go into it with the same mentality as last year. No goals or expectations, just getting there. And so I kind of think of every meet in the dual meet season as the zone qualifying meet.
She always has a very steady demeanor about her. She just looks confident all the time. I mean, thinking way back to her first meets, especially 3 meter, I mean, a very different person. Once she got comfortable up there, it was a very different thing. So it is great watching her with an athlete of that caliber having that kind of confidence.
For UMass Sports Insider, I'm Cody Cruciel.
Thank you, Cody. To follow that up, we asked Michaela if she would be our participant in this week's How-To segment and show us how in the world you would complete a 3-meter dive. Let's see what she says in Mafre Commerce Insurance Between the Lines.
Hi, I'm Michaela Butler, a senior kinesiology major at UMass and a diver on the swim team, and today I'm going to teach you some fundamentals of diving.
Michaela's doing a forward 3.5 somersault tuck. That's 2.8 degree difficulty. 2.8.
Big cheer goes up after that dive.
I'm going to talk to you about an entry, which is going into the water. There are 2 types of entries, a front entry and a back entry.
Watch your arms go straight up.
And the most important part is probably the hand grab. When I do a hurdle, which is the approach into a dive, I like to take a deep breath before I go to calm it down and focus on one important thing in the dive.
Michaela gets way up there. Nice tuck, finish, beautiful dive.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Harris with the UMass Women's Basketball Team. We're about to take a commercial break. When we get back, we'll see what some of my teammates' favorite sports teams were as kids.
Book your wedding with award-winning UMass Catering. We can host, design, and plan your big event from full breakfasts, lunches, to elegant wedding receptions and dinners. UMass Catering can host events in one of our ballrooms that overlook campus, tented outdoors, or our own Renaissance house. The possibilities are endless. Let the culinary team at UMass Catering bring creative menus and exceptional service to your wedding day. Special rates for members of the UMass family and alumni.
At Alden Credit Union, our home loans leave room in your budget for some fun. You can get the kitchen you want, have space for a new friend, and still afford a night out with old friends. At this rate, you can have it all. 2.49% APR on all home loans. At this rate, you can get that new car. Low rates on auto loans. Alden Credit Union. Banking, no boundaries.
What's that great old saying about strangers? They're just friends you haven't met yet. Among life's millions of moments, some of the very best are made by Mohegan Sun. When it's your time to shine, come see us.
Hi, I'm Steve DeMarco. Wherever your destination, Premier is your solution.
Our reputation as an industry leader is built on service, safety, and the guaranteed best price. At Premier, safety stands above all else. Our fleet is serviced on-site by our certified technicians. Premier will customize your travel needs all within your budget, and we can even accommodate your travel requirements worldwide. Premier Corporate has your business needs covered. Rest assured, your team and clients will arrive safely, comfortably, and always on time.
Premier, an extraordinary experience, guaranteed.
UMass basketball 5-game mini plans are on sale now. Pick any 5 games with packages starting as low as $60.
You're watching UMass Sports Insider.
Welcome back. It's time for the often imitated but never duplicated Alden Credit Union lighter side. Here at UMass, there are athletes representing all different parts of the country on campus. So we got to wondering, what kind of sports teams have they been following? So we asked some of them, what team did you root for most when you were growing up? Let's check out the answers.
The Orlando Magic. No, I am from Orlando, and when I was growing up, I was watching Tracy McGrady play.
Growing up, I was a big fan of the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I was a big fan of Emmitt Smith.
I've always been a Lakers fan since as far back as I can remember.
Where are you from?
New Jersey.
All Boston teams. In particular, I like the Bruins and the Red Sox the most, probably.
T-Mac, huh? Was he your favorite player growing up?
T-Mac was my favorite player because growing up I had lazy eyes, so people like say his eyes and my eyes look alike if I had lazy eyes.
A lot of people that are Cowboys fans, they would say they're bandwagon fans. Defend yourself and why you're not a bandwagon Cowboys fan.
Been a fan since day one, so I mean, no, I'm not a bandwagon fan, but kind of staying on that train, and I ain't gonna jump off yet.
What was it like celebrating the Red Sox World Series?
You know, it's a pretty familiar situation. You know, it's our 8th championship in the past 12 years or so. So it's nothing new for us.
Not that you're keeping track.
Right? No.
Were you in the Dwight Howard years too?
I was in Dwight Howard years.
You look like him a little bit.
Yeah, because my head kind of like, my body kind of like big a little bit, my head kind of small.
You find a lot of Cowboys fans up here in Massachusetts?
Nah, not really. I know a lot of people hate Tony Romo, but you know, a lot of Cowboys fans have faith in him.
A lot of people would say if you're a Lakers fan, you are a bandwagon fan, especially being from New Jersey. Defend yourself.
Okay, I've been a diehard Lakers fan since I started watching basketball. So even though they lost last year, the Heat won, still a Lakers fan.
Do you, as a Boston fan, rub it into the out-of-state kids that are on your team?
Absolutely. And I think if they were, winning championships like we were too, they would be doing the same thing.
I used to get compared to Dwight Howard too, because I remember when I used to have an afro a little bit, so when I cut it the first time, when you haven't seen somebody's head for a long time, and they finally cut the head looks small, so like people kind of say like my head was like Dwight Howard's head.
Tony Romo or Tom Brady?
Oh, Tom Brady. I'm a Cowboys fan, but you can't deny greatness, and Tom Brady is one of the greats.
Thanks, guys, for sharing, and thanks to all of you for watching our program. Coming up on the next edition of UMass Sports Insider, we hope to have all the information on a brand new head football coach at UMass. Until that time, I'm Josh Maurer saying again, thanks for watching and have a great rest of your weekend.
UMass Sports Insider. Brought to you by Alden Credit Union, Mafre Commerce Insurance, and Coca-Cola.